Welcome back to the 8:30 show. Breaking news today. Um, Drake's house, security guard was shot in front of his house,
Yeah.
shot in the chest, and rushed to hospital. This took place at 2 a.m. I'm sure you heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it. First thing this morning.
Yeah, it was breaking news. Breaking
Yeah.
news. Um, let's go ahead and play it. Play. We got a little clip for you about it. Let's go ahead and play the clip. Hear what they got to say.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. And we do have some breaking news that we want to get to. This is some aerial footage of the house from Drake. This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home, and one person was injured in this. According to TMZ, sources confirm the injured person is a member of Drake's security team. Now, police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to the Kendrick Lamar feud. Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been feuding for quite some time, releasing
that sounds like hype.
tracks against one another. But again, police have revealed the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest, and it does appear to have been a drive-by attack. Also, there has been impact across the Atlantic. In London, someone reportedly vandalizing Drake's store.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Yeah,
it.
I did hear about
Not
that.
like us on the store's front window. That graffiti inspired by Kendrick Lamar's latest diss track drop, quote, "Not Like Us." And just a short time ago, we were hearing from Canadian authorities as they shared the very latest in this shooting. And I do want to play that for you right now.
Shut up, ho.
And I'm one of the media relations officers for the Toronto Police Service. Speaking today is Inspector Paul Kravchuk of our Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, which investigates all shootings and firearm discharges within the city of Toronto. Inspector?
Inspector Clouseau.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Paul Kravchuk of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, and I'm pleased to be here today. I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited at this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end. This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working apparently as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation. I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Anyone with information is asked to call 416-808-2510 or Crime Stoppers. You can expect to see an increased presence in this neighborhood for the next little while, but it's no different than any other shooting or firearm discharge. We'll have officers here looking for witnesses to come forward, as well as we canvassing for video. I'll now take a few questions.
Was Drake home, and is he cooperating with this investigation?
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
To what extent is the rat beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation?
Of course.
So I am aware of what you're talking about.
The narrative.
But it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time.
Good for you.
And so I cannot comment further on that.
While the motive may not be confirmed, if that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this beef crosses borders into the U.S., is there anything being done in the investigation to maybe prevent a potential suspect from leaving Canada?
So this is no different than any other investigation. Okay, like it's
You're an
maybe
idiot.
more high.
That's what that was.
Here,
You're an
we
idiot.
treat it
I
like
just
any
answered
other
this
incident.
question.
So we'll be using all resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation at this time.
Is the man who was shot still in serious condition? Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you
Damn, bitch. One question
suspect
at a
description?
time.
And how is there no video yet
I like
of the
it.
car?
Right.
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's still in the hospital in serious condition. And I'm not going to just... no, I'm not going to at this time.
This is obviously a very well-to-do neighborhood. There's likely a lot of video around. Have you guys begun your canvassing? Do you expect to get a good amount of video involved with this?
I would be surprised if we didn't. I can say that we've already collected some video evidence which captures the incident.
You said suspects plural. Can you say?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
No idea at this time.
And would you characterize this as a drive-by shooting, or more specifically, did they stop and open fire?
I'm not going to get into specifics about the investigation at this time, just that a vehicle was involved and then fled the scene. That will be part of our investigation, but again, we're very early on.
Instigating
They
motherfuckers.
want to put in so much on hip hop.
Yeah.
I don't have that information. I don't have that information.
In the incident, did it look like the security guard was the target? Were they trying to get past him?
Don't know at this time.
You said you have video capturing the incident,
Yes.
the actual shooting,
Yes.
and you can't give us a description of the vehicle?
Nope. Not at this time.
You don't want to release it?
No, because we're dealing with video quality issues, correct? So we, as we have information and
spin.
we're able to analyze video better, then we'll be able to provide more information.
Good spin.
That the shooting occurred outside the gates, but there are markers inside near a garage, and there's an area cordoned off there. Would shell casings have gone that far? Why would that be?
I haven't even walked up to the scene, so I can't comment. Oh, thank you.
Do we know how many shots were fired?
No, that's going to be part of the investigation. Can't comment at this time. Thank you very much.
Can you just
Is it gang related?
No.
Yeah. So I don't like that the media is trying to spin this into what it reminds me of is the East Coast, West Coast beef.
Well, that's what I was saying yesterday.
Yeah.
No, like they're trying to spin it into that, and I'm hoping that that's not the case because it's not the case.
Yeah. I don't feel like this is that. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think anybody from Kendrick's camp is that upset about a rap battle. This doesn't have anything to do with like with the Tupac situation. Like I understood that better because he got robbed, and that's where all of his anger and suspicion came from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I get that, but
It's just frustrating to hear that.
yeah, that they're
And
trying
that-
to push that narrative.
Correct. It's very annoying and old
It's old hat,
for sure.
Now, what is interesting, so this happened at 2 a.m. I found out that there was another shooting not too far from Drake's mansion here
Mm.
at 2 a.m. as well. I mean, they were off by, 10, 14, 15 minutes, whatever. It's still 2 a.m. Let's just call a spade on that one. They're not reporting that they're connected, but it's just like Cardi B would say, that seems suspicious.
Mhm.
That doesn't seem suspicious.
Yeah.
I do want to say this. The one thing that I haven't heard anybody say in all of this is pray for the security guard. He's got a
Yeah.
family.
How sad.
Whether
I hope he pulls through.
whatever his family is or whatever he's entangled with, regardless of that, he has a family. He may have kids. Loss of life is a loss of life. Let's
Yeah.
let's
So-
put some respect on the security guard's name, people, and
No, for sure.
and wish this man a healthy and full recovery.
So they talked about shell casings inside, so it makes me feel like he shot back.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't think it had anything to do with the beef, but I mean, I don't know. The fuck do I know?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how hard it is to get a firearm in Toronto. illegal or legal.
Yeah.
I know they do have gun laws out there that are completely different than U.S. gun laws. So that's something I'm a little naive on, and I would probably have to do a little bit more research on
Probably
that.
way stricter than the Americas.
Well, they're under British rule, so I'm assuming that their gun laws would probably mirror either British rule or would be like British rule.
Yeah.
So, but again, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. But it is very suspicious about the secondary shooting that they're not even covering. Um, I'm also hearing murmurs that this may be some. This isn't related to the beat. This is something totally different.
Yeah.
But who knows? Once dots start getting connected, who knows? But I just don't feel like Kendrick has anything to do with this.
Of course not. This
And-
is
Go ahead.
only in some type of parody movie would it be Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some, what is it? Husbands of Hollywood type of show,
Yeah.
not real life, but you never know.
You never know. It's
Crazier shit has happened.
I don't put anything past anyone and what they're capable of.
For sure.
I do think that that this kind of puts a stain on it, and like I've been saying this whole time since this has started, and we've been covering this back and forth, that let's keep it on wax. And
Yeah.
it wasn't me worried about the two artists keeping it on wax. It was about all the people on the fringes.
No, I know. And you said that, like,
Yeah.
all his people,
Yeah,
because that's the ones that set it off.
correct.
Yeah.
Now, I did find it funny that they vandalized the OVO store in London. They
Yeah,
wrote like
I heard about
not
that.
like us on that. Now that's funny. Hey, they got insurance. They can clean the windows. They didn't. It doesn't seem like they burglarized the store.
Yeah,
They just
they
graffitied
just-
it. I don't
They're
care.
not like us.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That I found funny.
Speaking of
Yeah.
not like us, they're not like us.
What about?
Kendrick Lamar allowed his song to be what is it, monetized?
Yes. I saw that this morning too. That's a big move for
Yeah.
all the reaction people, creators, us alike,
Mhm.
that he allowed it to not be hit with the copyright strike so people can eat off the music and
Yeah.
give the reactions. I mean, to be honest, I think it's stupid that they get the copyright, people get copyright strikes for that, especially for reactions, because I feel like the artist has more to gain. They have more to gain. I mean, they have a lot to lose if it's whack and you get a bad review. I mean, a review is a review, but I think honest review is something that's good for not only the artist but for the culture, for the label. They're already going to get fed anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not going to be. They're going to put the music out anyway. It's still going to hit the DSPs. It's still going to hit the streaming sites. People are going to play the music as music. If people want to tune in and see somebody's reaction because they like that person, how they react, that's, I think, and it's a good reaction. I think that's good for the artist. So kudos. I tip my hat to Kendrick on that. Hopefully more artists will follow that trend and do it. I mean, there's going to be artists that ain't making no money, and you know what I mean. So I think that's good. On another note with Kendrick about Not Like Us, it's breaking records on
Spotify.
on Spotify as top streamed in one
Yeah.
day.
That's amazing.
Yeah, in entire Spotify U.S. history, that is pretty outstanding job.
That is a great job.
Regardless of who you were rooting
That just,
for.
I mean, for me, that just tells me that he won.
Yeah. And the song was effective as far as what it was, as far as
Yeah.
a song. It was effective. It did what it did. I mean, it was more than just a diss record. It was a time that everybody's not gonna forget. I can't wait to hear Uncle Murder's 2024 breakdown. I know he's gonna have this in there, and I can't wait. I love his breakdowns for the year. They're
Yes.
one of my guilty pleasures in hip hop is to
I've
hear
been
Uncle
listening
Murder.
for the past 3 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're my guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
It's like a for me, Uncle Murder's 20 whatever wrap up is like a diss track for the entire year on everybody. He throwing shots. It's crazy. Shit's crazy. And I love it. I love it. I love that type of shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tip my hat again to Kendrick for that. I mean, again, both of these artists I feel did a phenomenal job. Whether you like Kendrick or you like Drake, those were, you know, whatever side you
Yeah.
were
The
cheering
entertainment was
for.
great.
Yeah, it was great. It was creative. It was
Mhm.
witty from both sides. It was
It
good.
had everybody on the edge of their seats. I saw a lot of videos of other people podcasting
Mhm.
and how excited they got over these songs coming out, like, and then Kendrick dropping that
Yeah.
one 30 minutes later that like really blew everyone's mind.
Yep.
So it was great. It was great to watch. What I don't like is the narrative that's happening. Like just like the news just did that we just watched
Mhm.
about how is this because of the rap beef? Like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. It just lets me see that when I say they, I mean people in these other type of medias, these
Yeah.
conservative style medias. They're not locked in, they're not tuned in. They don't see the culture as something that is valid. They look at it as, you know, these are just menace to societies,
Well,
and this is
yes, I agree with you, but I look at, the other side of it and it's like let's promote this a little harder to make money,
yeah.
you know.
Spin the
And
narrative.
yeah.
Whether it hurts people or not, whether it makes something look bad, something that, you know, was uniquely intriguing and exciting and
Yeah.
and entertaining. Let's put a dark stain narrative on it so we could say, you know, never do this again. You know,
Yeah.
we haven't gotten past the Tupac and Biggie. You know what I mean? We
They
haven't
don't give
learned
a
those.
fuck though.
We
They
haven't
don't
learned those lessons.
they don't care.
No, we haven't learned those lessons. We haven't grown as a culture of hip hop to say, yeah, we can do this, but you know, we don't have to take it here. You know, it's no need for that.
Yeah.
So that's the narrative that I don't like being spun.
I don't think anybody does, honestly. I've
Yeah.
heard a lot of people just today talking about how there was a rumor saying UMG was manipulating
Yeah.
what was going
Yeah.
on, and they said that's false. Like it's a lot of people talking about the same topic. The topic is trending, the topic is hot, and you're gonna have people
Yeah.
over there just spitting out whatever, like everything they see on the internet they believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whatever. You know, it's a clout chasing culture at this point with the internet.
Yeah, it is.
Anything
It's crazy.
anything you do is for likes and clicks, and they don't care, you know, what the message is that they're putting out, um, and it sucks, but you know,
No, it does.
it is what it is. It's the internet. I mean, in the grand scheme of
Absolutely.
things.
The internet is unforgiving. The internet is relentless, and the
Undefeatable.
internet is undefeated. For sure.
Yeah. And you got to also think when you now here's where I get deep on them. Here's where I get deep on them. You got to look at the internet for what it is. It's a thing. It's a communication super highway, like they always would tell us. We as a people, as a civilization, regardless of what plot of land you live on, you got access to the internet. It's something that we haven't had in all of humanity. And now we have this, and people just don't know how to handle it. And some people they're addicted. It's a dopamine hit to get a like. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, everything has some effect.
Yeah.
Before it was trying to live freely and not be discriminated on, and that was the drug. Everybody of color, people of color were trying to be free. And now you got that, but then somebody came along and sprinkled some snow on it, and that changed the dynamic of how things were done in everyone's house.
Yeah.
Not just people of color, everyone.
Yeah.
It changed everything, and slowly it's gone downhill ever since. It's gone downhill.
But
manipulations by a lot of people, government, whatever.
Just manipulation.
But everything's got some addiction to it,
Yeah. It's all propaganda. It's all propaganda.
That's like your favorite word.
Because I see the world for what it is, and it's.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying that's your favorite word.
I know it, and this is why, because I see the world for what it is, and I see that the world is nothing but a bunch of fucking lies. Everywhere you go, it's a goddamn lie. No one's telling the truth. No one's living the truth. Even when they say my truth, it's a lie. You're lying.
Yeah. It's amazing. When you're young, you're so naive. I'm not just like in your 20s, but as a kid, you're so naive to what the world really is. And once you get to our age, and I'm sure we have way more to learn still, but once you get to this point, the I don't give a fuck in you, and the stress of not just life, but of your own life, but the outside life, the other human beings that you gotta come across, deal with,
the NPCs that are talking to you, that
correct,
should be talking to you.
It's just, you see it for what it is.
Yeah.
And you just gotta be able to navigate through those choppy waters.
Yeah.
That's just life.
Once you peek behind the curtain, you can't go back.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Yeah.
And everyone is so desensitized now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just insane. And I don't know what society's going to be like in 20 years, but here we are now.
Living our best lives. So I think I think this is an unrelated situation. I think it's a unfortunate situation that
I agree.
It happened coincidentally during the ending wrap up of this beef.
Yeah.
Of diss tracks, which I don't even consider this a beef. I just consider it, disses. This is rap beef.
No, I just think it's bullshit. Yeah. What they're trying to do is bullshit. Like them trying to create this narrative of, did it have to do with the beef? Shut the fuck up. Maybe they found his house and wanted to rob it, and security was there and he got shot.
Or maybe it was somebody who was doing a little way too much.
Something. Something.
I mean, it could be
anything.
A series of things. Until we hear more information, I'm not assuming that it's one thing or the other. And what I am putting my money on is that it has nothing to do with Kendrick Lamar and this rap battle that they went into.
This is stupid.
Yeah, I think this is either some real street shit that may have happened. It may be something that happened where somebody was out of character trying to show their ass and it went a little too far. And
whatever the case may be, I feel it's just because it's Drake. They posted his house, like people know where he lives or what this looks like, whatever. Somebody's going to look it up. The internet has all kinds of information.
I was able to look it up.
That's what I'm saying, though. So I'm just saying, like, it could have been anybody for anything.
Correct.
But because of what's happening, and I think that's what brought attention to it. That's why it happened, because of the attention it got.
Yeah.
Now,
I do think the secondary shooting that happened, I think that may be connected, but I can't say for sure, and I'm not gonna hold. Don't hold me to that.
You just said a minute ago,
I think,
sir,
only
that it
reason,
wasn't connected. I could have sworn you said that.
I might have. I think
I
it's,
could have
no,
sworn.
I said that they're saying it's not connected. I feel
No,
it
I
might
thought
be
you said I don't think it's connected, and I agreed with you. But we'll run it back later.
I might have it. I might have and just don't
He
remember.
just flipped that quick.
Yeah, but I don't. I think it might be connected because of the proximity and the timing of things. I don't think that it is, but I don't think it's related in the fact of it being a beef. I think this may just be criminal activity that's
You said it was like what, 2 miles away?
Yeah, it's like down the road.
Okay, so 2 miles away, anything can happen.
That is true, but this area that this is in is a very predominant area. Yeah, but we live in California. We
What
live.
the fuck?
It's different. This is a little different.
No, how is this different? This is just a neighborhood in a different country. What makes you think it's any different?
Because of where it takes place. This is like saying this took place.
Open your mind, please.
Hold on. This is like saying this happens in the Bel Air Estates.
Yeah. Yes.
If it happens in the Bel Air Estates, you're gonna assume it's connected because of the proximity of where the final crime has taken place. So the popularized crime has taken place. You're gonna think it's connected.
Okay.
It's like somebody doing
No, but I don't.
Well, it's like somebody doing a robbery at a 7-Eleven, and 2 miles down the road is another 7-Eleven, and they hit that, or another just liquor store in general, and they hit that.
Things happen.
That is true, but it just seems
Man,
suspicious.
come on. You ain't winning this.
I'm just saying,
it
sounds suspicious.
But
it sounds suspicious.
That's fine. I don't think it's connected. I could be completely wrong, and I'm okay with that.
Well, like I said, they're reporting that it's not connected, but I just feel like it's very suspicious. Leave no stone uncovered.
I mean, it doesn't look good.
No.
But yeah. So yeah, it's been interesting developments throughout the day.
Again, let's pray for the security guard. Speedy and full recovery.
Yeah.
He's got a family, I'm sure. And if he doesn't have a family of his own, he's a part of someone's family.
Yeah.
Let's all keep him in our prayers. Secondly, kudos to Kendrick for the shattering of records, and
that was great.
And letting his music be monetized by all the creators.
Yeah, very kind of him.
Yeah. So I think that's a wrap.
Yeah.
I think that's a wrap.
All right.
We'll be back. More develops from the story. We'll continue covering it. Nothing really develops. We'll just kind of let it be where it's at. Till the next time. Peace.
Peace.